Good morning, Wilcox Wildcats. We're going to look at the make a 10 strategy this morning and how you can use it as another strategy to help you with your basic facts. When you're adding two single digit numbers, making a 10 strategy is fun and it makes math a little bit like a puzzle for me. So I really like these 10 frames that Go Math has. It's an easy way to see what two numbers that add up to 10 look like. The tens frames have 10 squares in them, 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and you can use these as a simple way to see what the numbers really look like. So in this first example, there's 5 red plus 5 yellow, excuse me, and when you add those together, you get 10. In the second, and the nice thing about the tens frames is you don't need to count these. You know there's 5 right now because one row is 5, and then one more is 6. And the same with the yellows in this one. The yellows right here, if it was a full row, it would be 5, but it's just one less, so it's 4. So 6 plus 4 also equals 10. And then for the last one, you got 5 across the top, and then 6, 7. You got 7 red plus 3 yellow. And that also equals 10 because the 10 frames are full on each one. So combinations to 10 are important to know. They're kind of like your doubles facts. You just need to know them in a snap. You need to not have to think too much about them and know them in a snap. So we're going to look at what we like to call the make a 10 strategy by breaking apart the second add-in. And just so we're clear on vocabulary, these two numbers are called add-ins because we're adding them together. The answer that we put over here is called the sum, just so we don't get confused on that vocabulary. All right, let me erase these marks. To do the break apart strategy, the first thing you do is you have to look at this first add-in. In this case, it would be 8. And then look at the second add-in, and you're going to take some of the second add-in and add it to the first add-in to get 10. So you need to know in your head 8 plus 2 equals 10, and then one more. So if I pull that 2 out of the 3, I'd have 1 left over. And 8 plus 2 is 10 with 1 left over. So let me grab my pointer. Oops. And let me pull the reveal box down, not the number down. So I've got 10 plus 1, and that's an easy problem, equals 11. So to be clear, what I did was I took the second add-in and I broke it apart so that the first add-in could get to 10, and then we could count on for whatever was left over. Let's try that same strategy with 4 plus 6. So what does 4 need to get to 10? Well, 4 needs a 6. So I do have to know 4 plus what equals 10. And 4 plus 6 is 10. And if I pull that 6, if I take 6 out of that 7, I would have 1 left over. So 4 plus 6 is 10 with 1 left over. So let me grab my arrow. I'll slide this one down. 10 plus 1, easy. 11. I got the same answer. All right, and let's do a third one. 7 plus 6 equals what? So what does 7 need to get to 10? 7 plus what equals 10? And it's 7 plus 3 equals 10. If you're really not sure, you could count on 7, 8, 9, 10, and know that you get that 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10. If I pull that 3 out of the 6, what's the leftover? Would be 3 more. So 7 plus 3 is 10. Pull the leftovers down. Grab my arrow. 10 plus 3. Goodness, everything's locked this morning. 10 plus 3 is 13. So 10 plus 3 is 13. And I'm just using that as a break apart strategy. It's one more way. We've looked at counting up, we've looked at near doubles, and we've looked at the break apart. You could use all three of those strategies on 7 plus 6. That's why I think math sometimes feels like a little more like a puzzle to me. Okay? When you get to your workbook today, you'll need to be you'll be looking at story problems, and I'm going to encourage everyone to read these very carefully. And most of the time in your book, there's huge places that you can write, draw pictures, write numbers. There's lots of things that you can do here. Always show your work. If all you're putting down is the answer and most of the work is done in your head, it's great and you're probably pretty fast, but showing and being able to explain your work is one of the things that we're working on in second grade as well. So if you need any help, be sure to check in with your teacher, and I wish everyone the best of luck. Have fun with math today. How do I stop my video?